Better than Lego. Better than Lego.
Matthew Johns is in position for a long-range shot. He's with it now, Matthew Johns. Here goes the kick from Johns.
Welcome to the Johns Family Podcast for another week. Trish, Coops, Jack, how you going, guys? Keeping well?
Excellent.
Yeah, going good, Matthew. Going well.
I've come in a flurry. My podcast with Cooper Crump was running a little bit late today, so I've come in. I'm ill prepared,
That's okay. You can wing it.
but I'm fired up.
You know what?
experienced.
I think that you'll put on one of your better performances.
I think it's we're okay at the moment. I feel like Cooper's really taken the reins of this podcast.
Absolutely.
We should always change the name of the podcast.
Oh, good point, Jack. Very good point. Maybe it's something we can have, a family meeting.
Hey, what are you talking about? We don't even get listed on the Apple
What's that?
profile.
You
We
guys,
don't even get listed as hosts.
guys,
Ridiculous.
So stuff that.
you are bathing in my shadow.
Oh, yeah, bullshit.
There's many that do. many
Whatever.
that do.
Many men.
Many. Just want to say something. There could be. There could
Did
be.
she just break wind again?
Our dog Charlie, as you guys are familiar with, who I love very much. She's got a bowel problem at the moment, and she's cutting some farts in here. Honestly, poor old Gav. It's like a poltergeist, isn't it, Gav?
And we popped her little bed right next to him.
Next to
Sorry.
Gav. There you go, Charlie. Sit on Gav's lap. Talk about the first thing that pops up.
Oh, I don't think that's allowed.
That's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
Now, guys, with we're getting close to June. Well, I was going to say getting close to June 30. June 30 is in the rear vision mirror.
It
But
is.
of course, tax time. If you're a tax deduction, which would you be, and how could you justify it?
I'll go first here. I did the massage because obviously as an athlete, an elite athlete at that, you can claim massages. Sorry, Jack, don't laugh at them when I say that. You can claim massages on tax. So I did the massage, and in particular, the erotic massage. Not too sure whether you can still claim them on
Just
Health
depends on
Fund.
the number.
There used to be a time when you could claim them on Health Fund.
Yeah.
Really?
Take your little, allegedly.
The old Peter Volandi's hand shandies.
Yeah, the old shandy. But yeah, they are very good, very easy and accessible to claim. Jackson?
I've gone with the work social function.
Oh.
I feel like I'd be a fun boss, and when one day I run my own business, I'd be claiming lots of that. The ATO might have to come after me. Put it that way.
Yeah, you don't want them
You
on
want
your
happy
ass.
workers. They're the soul of a business.
Sure are.
I never understand employers who treat their employees badly, because if you treat your employees well, they'll stick
go
with
on.
you and they'll do
They
the right
won't
thing
stab
by
you in the back.
Jeez.
Well, they'll work for you. They'll work hard for you because they
Sounds like
take
you
a
got it
vested-
figured out. Maybe you should start a business. or
Maybe
something.
think about starting some business, baby. It sounds like you'd be boss of the
Yeah.
year.
Maybe you put them both together. Maybe a little erotic massage place. What about you,
Yeah,
Dad?
Matt, what are you?
I've gone beer and stout. Now, this was, in the 70s and 80s, this was a legitimate tax deduction for rugby league players, because in the 70s, stout makes you hungry and you put weight on. Rugby league players used to claim beer and stout as a tax deduction. It used to be approved to put weight on.
Really?
Yeah. It used to be like, you know, when you talk about putting weight on, yeah, it's good muscle. Back in the day, it was like, oh, just eat heaps of ice cream and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say, and beer was one of them.
Wow.
Players-
Put
if
weight
you-
on, it doesn't
For
matter
example,
how
if you
much
went
muscle.
to the pub, every time you went to the pub, you could claim everything.
No, it was. I don't think it was pub. It was like buying cartons of beer.
Oh, wow.
Things like that. That was the tax deduction for the footballers, and then it got cancelled out in the late 80s.
Well, you just
That's
wouldn't go out.
dangerous.
Yeah. You just wouldn't go out. You'd just stay at home all the time,
Yeah.
drinking beer. Trish?
Would you though? If I was a tax deduction, I would be dog food and dog expenses.
Why?
Well, because there are legitimate dog expenses if you have a farm and it's a working dog,
Yeah.
and also if it is used for security. Now, poor old tradies, some of them have tried in the past to use their dog expenses for security because they say, oh, my dog's minding my tools in
Yeah,
the back.
yeah, yeah.
But apparently the ATO doesn't buy that.
Well, but it's legitimate.
I think it is too. I do, but apparently it's not a.
And I would say for morale on
It's
site.
been knocked back.
Morale on site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with all of the above, but apparently it isn't accepted. But I,
There's a footballer I used to play with that bought a really new expensive mattress, deep mattress, and tried to claim it for recovery purposes.
Oh,
Well,
I feel like that would work.
I
if you had a bad
actually
back.
think- It's quite
he was
valid.
denied.
Oh, denied.
Oh, unlucky Kurt, man.
God. Do you want to hear some of the others that have been denied?
Yeah, go on.
It's, okay. Dental costs, because someone tried to justify it as you need a good smile to get a good job, which is fair enough, I reckon. Gambling losses.
Can I just make a little point there? I reckon bad teeth are coming back in. That's why I'm...
I do not
I
think so.
don't know about that. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Shoot me down. You wait, you watch.
Gambling losses is another one someone's tried to claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For what reason?
I'd be good at that.
Well, obviously they had a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
I can imagine.
I feel like some people could in a certain industry. You'd be able to, like, if you were in
Well,
the
if you
horse
were a-
racing industry.
Well,
I feel
if
like
you're a
could.
professional gambler but you'd have to,
But everyone would be doing it if you could claim your losses.
yeah, but that's it. You'd actually have to be also stating your winnings.
Yeah.
You know what I
get
mean?
Taxed on your winnings.
Well, that's right. So,
I mean, you'd be claiming entry into the races, the members, all that sort of stuff. But you couldn't say, well, listen, I'm going to claim the $300,000 I lost on Melbourne Cup Day. That would sort of
Yeah, no.
maybe send the country broke.
adult entertainers. In Australia, you cannot claim breast
What?
enhancement.
Oh,
However,
thanks,
in
Labor.
the USA, I don't know if it's a Trump thing, you can.
Oh, wow.
Ding,
Hang
ding,
on,
ding,
hang
ding,
on,
ding.
Trish. Hang on a second, Trish. Adult entertainers, why would clowns need to have big breasts?
Well, you know.
Remember, Trish, I
clownettes.
tried to claim my penis reduction, and they just threw it out.
Well, Dad's an adult entertainer, isn't he?
yeah.
I don't know. What is he doing?
Entertaining
And it's
adults.
revenue, ratings,
Yeah, yeah. Revenue, ratings. And this is a weird one.
funny wits.
Garden gnomes. Do you think you'd be able to claim those?
Oh, if you're on a farm, because it's
Hey,
the way they
Matthew,
stop-
could you claim that?
Yeah, good one, mate. I know where you're going with that. Maybe you can claim razors, mate, and have a shave.
Oh, actually, you were looking a
I
bit
prefer
overly
not.
bushy.
You look
You
like,
might need a little bit of thinning out,
like a
Jack.
yeti.
Jack will be able to claim his ringworm cream
Yeah.
that he's been buying.
Well, let's face
sure.
it. He got it through the club, so maybe, yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, what a segue this is into me and Jack's week. We went and watched Jack playing against the Roosters. Jack played very
We did.
well.
He
They
did
won.
play very well.
And the Cheese was playing. Cheese
Split his eye.
Cheese told us after the game he went to get into Jack, and he was sort of rubbing his head up against the back of Jack's head, trying to make it uncomfortable in a tackle. And as he removed his head, he looked down at the back of Jack's head, and Jack had a massive ringworm on the back of his head.
Sucked in cheesy.
That's why you don't come at me. all right? I've got
Secret
things
weapon.
fighting for me.
Yeah, that's
It was, how interesting was it going to Wentworth Park, the dog track, to watch the football? That was a little weird
Yeah.
because you're quite a distance away.
How'd it feel, Jack?
I actually loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was like playing at like a limited edition ground. It's like I'll never play there again. But you know, you never know.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the first and probably only time that a Johns has won at Wentworth Park. Every time I go
about.
there, no
Oh,
good.
Can we actually go? Cooper and I said it would be really fun to go on like a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's good. It's
What
good.
I was sitting there thinking, but in between, there was a lot of tries scored in Jack's game. It was very boring because there was like a minute when someone
hang on,
scores.
listen to the defensive maestro.
Sorry. No, it's very boring in the fact that when they score a
Billy
try,
Army kick out?
there's nothing happening. I gave him a couple try assists. Fortunately, it's for the other team. But it's very slow. Like, I didn't realize how slow it is watching as a spectator. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if you're watching a game at Wentworth Park, in between every try, half time, a dog race goes?
That's a great idea.
It is a great
I
idea.
like
Mr.
that.
Volandis, does he do dogs racing?
He could do
no,
that.
no, he doesn't. He's
He
just
just-
thoroughbred.
Oh.
That's interesting, but Wembley Stadium, the most famous ground in the world, back in the day before it was redone, they had the dog track around it.
Did they?
Oh, really?
Yeah, had the dog. Yeah, had the
Yeah,
dog
but I'm
track.
sure that they weren't running races in between.
In between FA
tries.
Cups. Yeah, probably right.
Well, also, I wanted to give a shout out to Alexander Volkanovski, who won during the week.
TKO.
TKO won during
On
the
the
week.
weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. Especially, obviously, I was down there training him for that day, and it was good to see. It was good to watch just some of the stuff we'd been working on during the week.
He's
and
picked
seen
up
him-
on it.
Yeah. There was a couple of things I sort of said, oh, this guy likes doing that. And when he does that, you react and counter by doing this. And he did it in round 3. So it was good to see that.
Please don't become one of those blokes. When you go sometimes, you go to the club to watch the boxing or you go to a boxing match, you see wimps standing there watching the boxing and suddenly after a few rounds, they actually start to think they're Mike Tyson.
Are you referring to me as a wimp?
No, I'm just saying, you get these...
I put my body
bizarre.
through hell every single week.
Yeah,
Putting
okay.
my body in front of larger
Okay.
bodies.
But
Which outside back was the hardest to handle this year, Coop?
Geez, there's plenty in there. Probably Jesse Ramian or Sione
Oh, yeah.
Katoa. That game was a hard one. What about you, Jack? Anything else from your week? Deflector?
Let me just think quickly about my week. No, all good. I'm sweet.
There's nothing exciting.
Nothing. Very boring week.
Shout out to Dylan
yeah.
Lucas for his birthday on the weekend.
Yeah, Dill. Mate, actually, we said. I'll give you something then. We ran into his younger brother Axel
Oh,
on
how
the weekend,
funny is he?
and Axel has claimed that we should call our fans dead shits, and he's claimed number 1 dead shit.
He wants to be number 1
who's
position.
that? Axel Lucas.
Yeah, very
right.
cute.
Of course, the brother of Dylan Lucas. And just for context, Axel's 8.
Yes, and
8 years.
8 years
and
old.
has a lightning bolt shaved into the side of his hair. I
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
He's
a-
hilarious.
That's a guy I'd like to meet.
He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
charismatic.
I kind of felt some of the stuff we talk about on here, erotic massages, for example, is kind of inappropriate for an 8-year-old to be listening to.
Maybe
Don't do drugs, Axel.
don't.
What about your guys' week?
Well, do you know what? I just wanted to say, garden gnomes,
Yeah.
they are
Tax deductible.
tax deductible
What are
if
they
if
for?
you have a rental property because it's improving your street appeal.
Yeah,
Well,
well, that's...
Aren't they used to scare off animals as well?
No, why did you think that?
what are they for? I mean...
A decoration?
I mean, really, I mean...
I think they're cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Snow
decorations.
White? I don't know.
Sorry.
Snow White popping
Cool,
by?
pretty cool decoration.
I think gnomes are cool. Remember I had that gnome for a bit? Remember I brought it back. There was a gnome I had. I won it at like one of those game places. So I used the tickets and I
Yeah.
got like 10,000
I mean,
tickets.
you are a hoarder though.
Yeah.
And I bought a gnome. And then after the gnome, we went to the pokies. And I remember it was
Who went to the pokies?
me, Munster, Brandon. This was like 4 years ago.
Oh,
in the
so-
go-
I
we were in-
thought you were talking when you were a kid.
So did I.
was
I'm thinking,
please don't
did I
tell-
hide
I was
that
thinking,
gnome?
Please
Yeah.
don't tell Mum.
No,
that
no,
Tom
no.
used to take you to the pokie
We
room.
went to we were in Kingscliff and we went to the pokies across from our hotel. It was me, Munster, and Brandon. And first machine I went because I brought the gnome because we came straight from the place. So first machine hit the major, I straight away, and then obviously like people who gamble find sort of good luck charms just in anything whenever
You
you
thought it
win.
was a gnome.
So then Munster was like, "Oh, give me the gnome, give me the gnome," and Money put it next to his machine. And
Oh
because
my
when
God.
I won, I faced it at the pokey. So then he was putting it on the side, facing it towards his pokey, and he won. And then Brandon grabbed it and took it over to his. He was playing Wild
Don't.
Stallion, and he put it there, and he hit like one of the biggest features I've ever seen. Just kept re-triggering. And it was
Where is that gnome?
I don't know.
Actually,
What? Someone stole it.
when we moved you to Richmond, I'm pretty sure I moved the gnome somewhere.
Yeah, well, I can't remember like ever seeing the gnome after that.
That's called a misnomer. I should be less prepared all the time.
Hey, you don't need to, man.
I know.
We
you're
can
right.
carry
I'm
you.
Matty Johns.
It's all right.
Go on, get
Thanks,
us.
Trish.
What about your week?
Trish, what did we get up to? What do we...
Not too much, actually. We're keeping it quiet because we've got birthdays coming up.
Yeah.
Cooper's... Actually, when this comes out, Cooper, happy birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday today.
Well, it will be when this comes out.
Well, that's what I'm saying for the people who are listening.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you,
Good on you,
Coopy.
Coops. Happy birthday. I tell you what,
Thanks,
I went
bud.
down
And then it's
Friday.
Matt's.
Friday it was very quiet.
And then it's
And
mine.
then I went down just for an hour down to the Collaroy and just come back maggot.
Sorry?
He actually did. And Georgia was here and we were playing Bananagrams and I was playing some music for her and then all of a sudden it cut out and it automatically went into Matt's ears. He mustn't have like really realised and he's just quite happily plodding along still with my music playing
In my
your
ear-
ears.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
And I had a good chat to Jack and Dylan.
And you had a good chat
yeah.
to your
Pump up.
brother?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first thing I said to you was not for our game, and me and Dill are getting ready to go to bed before our big game, and I said, "Have you been drinking?" He said, "No." which I could tell was a lie. And then he proceeded to tell me to put it on loudspeaker, where he gave Dylan a pep talk. It went for about 15 minutes.
Let's not talk about what I was saying. Okay.
Yeah, it went for
go
about
on,
15
shame me.
minutes,
No,
and then we
don't.
decided to, we got rid of him real quick.
Yeah, you don't you don't want to say what I was doing. It's not nice putting people down. But anyway, that's what I like.
Hey, while we're talking about Joseph, our uncle, did you read his article in the paper?
I heard people making comments about it.
He released an article in the paper, and it sounds like he's coming around, because he was basically what you were saying. He basically just agreed. It sounds like he agrees with you now, because he was just giving Queensland good raps, saying they had the best spine in the world, and giving Billy Slater a huge rap.
Maybe he finally understood what Matt was saying in the initial place.
I'm here, brother. I'm here. It's just, you know what? It's bloody hard being right. Sometimes it's.
I was reading it, and I was going, yeah, and then I kind of went back and seen who'd written it. I didn't actually realise who'd written it, and I was like, Joey, is he just quoted you and just regurgitated it?
I was so actually happy when I read. I screenshotted it.
What's the headline?
In defence of Freddie, sometimes you just have to tip your hat to Queensland.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's like a subconscious public apology. Potentially.
You want to do better than that.
Let's go to a quick break, and we'll come back with Nasty Review. Welcome back to the podcast. Let's go into Nasty Review. This week we've had another voice recording sent through, so let's just have a little listen to it before I say anything about it.
Hey Cooper, it's Kay. Not too long ago went out and got heavily intoxicated, as I do, brought a fella back to the house, and then we were doing our thing and I was blind drunk and I passed out mid-sex. Then woken up with near frostbite because I was freezing, realising that I'd done it again, lying in a puddle of my own urine. And then I got up, went straight for a shower, was washing myself off. By the time I'd opened the door, come out, he was gone. So, yeah, nowhere to be seen. And the poor fella would have stunk, because I know I did.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
That's
I don't understand why he ran.
Okay. So she'd fallen asleep and urinated all over her one-night stand.
I would love to see this bloke.
I'd like to see Kay.
Yeah, well, we don't know Kay.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Where's the
she's-
nasty review?
Yeah.
Where is
Well,
it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we.
It varies. It ups and downs.
I thought, it's not really in the spirit of Nasty Review, but I mean, at this stage, I mean, it's still nasty. It's a
It was
nasty story.
It's nasty.
And even though
Voice
and
message.
even though this is a family podcast, I mean,
Send a photo, Kay.
My suggestion, Kay, would be don't drink so much. Try drinking a water in between drinks. And if you're drinking vodka, maybe stay away from that, because vodka makes me lose my memory.
It's a very fine line, vodka, between being upright and horizontal. Kay, I would just say before you have
well,
sex.
she did end up horizontal.
Well.
Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe
You know-
it was the Patrick Swayze type, Roadhouse up against the wall. And she fell asleep there. All I'll say, Kay, is take a leaf out of my book. Before me and Trish have sex, I go and I urinate and I do a poo, and then we get into it, don't we, Trish? Because you don't want to be sort of there thinking, because sometimes your mind wanders, and I get there sometimes and do I need to go to the toilet, don't I? And I just, you don't want to get the pipes mixed up, so to speak.
Well, you are a serial.
Wow.
You are a serial piss the bed man. So you and Kay actually do have a lot in common.
Only on vodka.
Yeah.
Is it only vodka?
It's only on vodka.
Have
He hasn't for a very long time because he doesn't drink vodka anymore.
Proud of me,
Except
bud. Proud of me, bud.
he did for some reason, he started drinking it on Saturday.
But did
which
I
is
wee the
why
bed?
No, you didn't.
But I did piss all over the bathroom floor.
He did.
But it's good. I didn't piss the bed. That's all right. On the tiles, just clean it up, babe.
You cleaned it up.
Yeah.
And you're whinging and bitching about that.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Have you ever pissed on Trish? Have you ever woken up and you've been drenched like
No.
this man? Never.
No.
Golden shower.
No, he stays on his side of the bed.
Okay.
She puts a pillow there.
I actually do.
She puts a pillow between. There's like a border. It's like a border crossing. I got to ask, to get across, do my passport, get across there, get over to the other side.
I got to
go
frisk
back.
you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish.
Oh, well.
Yeah, well.
Jack, you're 5-1 this week. Plenty of feedback. Have you been
okay.
getting much feedback?
I've mainly been getting a lot of hate feedback to do with the recipe of the week.
Oh,
but
no.
we'll get to that later.
Is
This
that
week
on the
I've got-
rundown? Yeah, it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Just a little tease there for the rest of the podcast. I've gone with the theme of the week with everything going on in the NRL at the moment. I thought let's go 5-1 rebelling songs.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Word.
So number 5, I've gone with Rebel Rebel, David Bowie.
love it.
Yeah.
Number 4, I've gone with What's Going On, Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, like it.
Number 3, I've gone F the Police by NWA.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I watched that movie again the other day. Excellent film. Congratulations, Ice Cube and the young bloke.
What'd you say that was? F the
3.
police.
Yeah.
NWA.
And can I just say that whilst it's a catchy tune, I don't buy into that. I find the Police very nice people.
Usually.
What about F the
If they're
NRL
helpful.
by the RLPA?
Yeah, that'll make it.
that
that'll-
It's just a whole lot of acronyms.
They should make a song. The RLPA. Anyway.
And what they'll do, they'll stop paying you. Yeah? You should all go and work as brickies like they used to back in the good old days. Hey,
Mate,
let's
I'd
see
love
all
it.
the whinging going on there.
Mate, I love it. I love working. Anyway, Jack.
Number 2, I've gone with Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
I never
yeah,
liked
yeah.
that song.
Really?
And then a
Creeped me out.
personal favourite by Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Ah, the best.
If not the best film clip of all time, On the Dais.
Yeah.
That and I Want to Rock.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who was
Okay.
the lead singer again of Twisted Sister, Cobber?
Now, what's his name? I'll think of it in a second. I listened to a podcast with him one day. Because there's an AC/DC podcast where celebrities and iconic musos get on and talk about AC/DC, and he was a huge AC/DC fan, and he actually said that his young bloke, him and his young bloke went to an AC/DC concert, and when they went backstage, he said to Angus Young, his young fellow said to Angus Young, "You didn't sing Money Talks. Money Talks was his favourite song." Anyway, the next day, a briefcase was sent to his house, and there was $1 million of Angus dollars on the Money Talks film
Wow.
clip sent to him.
Oh,
Just a
really?
gift.
Hey,
Yeah.
'cause so
Dee
what's he-
Snyder.
what was his...
D. Snyder.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Yeah.
so what was his name?
D. Snyder. Now, one more story. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, go
this
on.
is a good story.
Interesting.
So that D. Snyder was saying they did a thing with MTV where there was him, about 3 or 4 other iconic musicians, including MC Hammer, all sitting around a circle, and they went and said, "Righto, a question. Give me a song that you'd wished you'd written and sung." So they're all going around. It gets to MC Hammer, and MC Hammer goes, "Dun, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun."
Back in Black.
Yeah.
Which,
Which he said he found it unusual that MC Hammer would pick that
I feel
song.
like, yeah, that's weird. I wouldn't.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were a rapper and you asked most rappers that question, I feel like they would not pick other rap songs.
Yeah, they'd
They
go
would-
Led Zeppelin
like they
or
would pick-
something traditional.
Yeah, because
Well, not necessarily. I reckon just not another rap song. Because then essentially you're giving someone else credit.
yeah, that's what I said. That's what I
in
said.
the-
They
in their
wouldn't. They
genre.
wouldn't. I'd love to get a answer from an actual rapper. Do we know any rappers?
Oh, yeah, I know. There's one bloke obsessed on called MC Dingo. Give him a call.
Is he actually?
Yeah, MC Dingo is good.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
Maybe
There's
some
covers
more.
of MC Hammer. Okay, here's something. Give me 2 MC
you
Hammer
little
songs.
Can't touch this.
Yep. Another one?
I don't know. Is he?
Please. Too legit to quit.
Nah.
Remember the MC Hammer challenged Michael Jackson to
No.
go on a world tour with him, and every place they go, sold out stadiums, they get the audience to vote at the end who was the best. And and Michael Jackson goes, "Why would I go on a world tour with you? I sell out stadiums, you don't."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a.
Anyway, shout out to MC Hammer. Him
Great.
and Paulo Abdul too. Well done.
Parachute
Shout out Paula
pants.
Abdul.
Back in
Yeah.
fashion.
Thank Jack. Great segment.
Well done, Jack. Lots of food for thought.
Yeah, that
lots
is
of good
good.
talking points born out of that.
Really good. Really proud of you.
Yeah, don't you patronise me, boy.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
we are.
we forget about recipe of the week today. While you're on top, we'll just
But if you've got some hate mail, we'd like to hear it.
Yeah. No.
We'd like to hear from our people.
Trishy, pop culture for this week?
Yeah.
Run us through.
This week, I read Pete Davidson's mum created a fake Twitter account when he was first on SNL to get back at the trolls. The only problem was her real name, Amy Davidson, showed under her profile.
Oh wow!
Oh,
So everyone knew it was her.
I like Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I do too. I
Trouble
find him,
soul, but I like him.
Jeez, he goes good with the ladies.
doesn't he?
Yeah,
Everyone
they
likes a
love
funny
him.
man.
They love him.
They sure
No,
do.
they just think
They
he's...
certainly do.
Yeah. No. He doesn't go... Like, he gets girls richer than him. Like Kim Kardashian. He went out with Kim Kardashian for a bit. He gets just all the big... He gets the big celebrities. Ariana Grande.
Gotta get
Did he go out with her as well?
Yeah. There's like... I could go on and on. There's that many girls.
Well, he's got something, charisma.
I've heard he's got something else as well.
What?
A rather large...
Shalong.
Yeah.
Penis.
Shalong, shalong.
Apparently, a lot of the girls have gone on the record and said he's got a
Really?
rather large schlong.
Yes, but do you want a large schlong?
Yeah. Ask Jack what it's like to have a tiny one.
Oh, Cobble, well done.
Oh, Cooper.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry.
You're really, for considering last week you were putting me on sale, you're really hurting me this week.
Oh.
Small penis and ringworm.
Oh.
Well,
Do you know what I read this week as well? It's actually a little bit sad. I'd heard it before. Woody Harrelson retold a story about the day he was in the car and he heard on the radio that there was a Charles Harrelson on trial for murder.
It's his dad.
Yeah, and it was his dad, and he didn't. And he sort of was thinking too. So he was only about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
so did he not know his dad growing up? Did his dad
Well,
leave
he
young? or
must
something?
have known him, or must have known who he was.
Well, to know the name, yeah.
But he knew his name.
He doesn't like talking about it. I've seen him
Yeah, well,
interviewed and they've asked him
understandably.
about him. He said, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah, but he recently just came out and said, "Yeah, I thought,
I like
that's
Woody
hard."
Harrelson.
Same too.
Yeah.
What was the movie we most recently saw him in? Champions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
champions.
That was great.
Very,
was
very
good.
Good, feel-good movie.
Feel good movie. Great story. Amazing.
He can do
actually.
everything, Woody Harrelson, can't he? He can be like a hero, a villain.
Okay.
Comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
He does.
What's his apex? What was
Oh.
his apex in his career? Trish, would you
I
say
think,
what?
I think Zombieland.
Really? I'll say White Man Can't Jump.
I've not really watched either of those.
I think the greatest movie, what's the one with him and Bill Murray? The bowling one.
Oh, Kingpin.
See,
Oh,
I think Kingpin's his best.
Yeah,
I think,
that's what-
Although there were so many good ones after, I think how do you trump Kingpin?
Do you know Fletch run into a guy, an American guy, an Australian guy in Brisbane for Origin 2, and he said that he was in America when he was in up at top of Queensland shooting a movie with Peter Farrelly. And Peter
Of the Farrelly brothers.
watched Fletch and Hindy and said it was one of the funniest things he's seen, and said, "Are those guys actors?"
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine if he got him for a movie.
Yeah.
Hindy almost is an actor. Some of the pieces he's
He's
done
excellent. He
is
is.
very, very good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack, you were going to say something for Matt rudely interrupted.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, I was going to suggest True Detective. He did with
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. That was very good as well.
Yeah, I hear that's really good.
I don't-
TV
I haven't
series.
seen it,
TV
is it?
series. Very good. You should
Okay.
watch it.
Yeah, good, good tip.
Predicament of the week. We got one for this week.
I haven't.
That's all right.
Did someone say recipe of the week?
Well, Jack, now that you say that, what a great segue. Kick us off.
Guys, I'm going simple this week. A hearty pumpkin soup for winter.
Yummy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's just we'll get some sort of container or a blender, whatever you want. Chuck some pumpkin in. I'm not going to go ounces and grams. You can figure it out yourself. Just chuck in some onion, some garlic, a little bit of water, maybe some stock, whatever you like. Bit of milk, bit of cream, whatever, how much you like. Put it in, blend it, done. Bit
Sorry?
of butter at the end,
Sorry?
done.
Sorry?
Simple pumpkin soup. People
You
get what they
can't
want.
put raw pumpkin in and blend it.
Oh, no, it's cooked pumpkin.
Doing? Oh, well, maybe a pretty important bit. And can I actually add a little bit something to that?
Oh, it was a simple pumpkin soup.
Yeah, well, that was simple, all right. You can, if you chop all those veggies up and bake them with some herbs over them first, and then blend them with some
Yeah, my
some
mouth's
vegetable
watering.
stock.
Oh, well, it's watering.
It does. It brings and some roast potato, but you must take the skin off.
Yeah, okay. Good
Oh,
call.
I just think that's a bit complex. I think
It's not.
for this segment,
Baking
we like
is
to keep
easy.
it simple.
Oh,
Trish,
Yes.
you'll get a recipe of the week one day. Leave it to Jack. He knows what's best. Good on you, Jack. Really good stuff today.
that's called
Thanks,
parenting,
guys.
Cooper.
Why is it? Why is it? Right. Why is it that that nearly all celebrity chefs are men?
Well, what about Nigella Lawson?
Okay.
Martha
got
Stewart?
me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
there's
Okay.
loads.
Right. Shoot me down, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
No,
going
there's quite a few.
I was just going to say something for the sisterhood, but that's all right. Shut me down. Get all break, Cooter.
Yeah, we're going to go to a quick break on that note. Welcome back to the podcast. And now with everyone's second favourite segment behind Jack's Recipe of the Week, Cooper's Quiz. And thanks, Gav. That was the reaction I'm looking for.
Sorry.
This week we've got a little, we've actually got a little riddle. So it's going to be sort of a little bit of an IQ test for you guys. And we've got 4 riddles here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to say the riddle. Dangerous Dave over there, he's ultimate professional. We got 15-second timer. You guys have 15 seconds to write down your answer.
Oh, we're writing it down.
Yeah,
Can't you?
you will. And you will all say it.
So we're going to have 15 seconds of silence. That doesn't really work
It
well
doesn't.
for audio.
Oh, no, you can say your thought process out loud. So,
Hum some elevator music while we're waiting, Coop.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
I always got a little river band. Okay, thanks, Trish.
Thank you.
Okay, the first question. The more I'm present, the less you can see. Start that time. 14. The more I'm present, the less you can see. Just think about that for a second,
Yeah,
our
I got
listeners. Play along in the car.
And I
too,
just
if you're playing that.
write it down.
Yes, Trish. Time.
Okay.
Okay, Jack, let's start with you. What did you have written down?
Darkness.
That was mine too.
What did you have?
Darkness.
Dad, what did you have?
Darkness.
Did you?
Did you actually?
Oh, dark. He did.
Yeah, the darkness is correct. Great start.
That's pretty straightforward. Coop.
Yeah, mate, they're going to get harder.
It was actually too easy. I thought I had it wrong.
Yeah, so did I. I thought there's going to be a trickery, but no.
Oh, sorry. I didn't have darkness. I had The Darkness, the band.
Number 2. If 2's a company and 3 is a crowd, what do 4 and 5 make? I'll say that again. If 2's a company and 3 is a crowd, what do 4 and 5 make? Think about that for a second. You've got your answer already down there, Matthew. Are you quietly confident with that?
Very confident.
Okay, time. Matthew, why don't we start with you then?
9.
What did you have, Patricia?
Party.
Jack, what did you have?
I said group.
Oh, you got 2 idiots. Dad, 9. Brilliant.
Thank you, mate.
Very well done.
You've-
That's bullshit.
What you got to do, you've got to remove all that noise and just make it simplistic.
You got to focus. Well done, Dad.
I
Thanks,
think
Cooper.
we're still right, Jack.
Thanks, number 1.
Jeez, I'm
Right.
keeping it honest here, holding that answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Just shut up, Jack, for a second. Okay. Sorry. A man went for a walk outside in the rain. He didn't have an umbrella, no hat or hood. His clothing was soaked, yet not a single hair on his head was wet.
Oh.
How is this possible?
Easy.
That's easy.
Is it easy? Because Jack looks confused.
Yeah.
I've lost track already of what
Just
is going
repeat
on.
it. Just repeat it.
I'll say it one more time. A man went for a walk outside in the rain, didn't have an umbrella, no hat, no hood. His clothes were soaked, yet not a single hair on his head was wet. How's this possible?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Trish?
got you.
He's
You
bald.
start.
Yeah,
Dad?
bald.
Yeah.
Bald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's, he's bald.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Jeez, these
Yeah, that was easy.
These are tough.
Really?
eh?
Okay. Wow, okay, well, let's see if you get the last one.
Oh, right.
This is the money one. Play along in the car if you've got kids in there, please. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world? Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world? 8 seconds. Play along
You
in
start
the car.
with the guy that's not there.
Who, you?
Okay.
Dave?
I got it.
Trish, why don't you start?
What was the one that Noah told?
Noah's Ark.
No, not the dude with the laws and the rules.
Andrew.
What's his name?
Abdo.
Religious dude. Moses. What mount was he on?
Mount Sinai.
Sinai.
Don't think
Okay.
so.
Well,
That's more
Yeah, that's
like
the only
Jack,
other.
what did you have?
Before it was discovered, Mount Everest was still the highest
Yes.
mountain in the
Mount
world.
Everest.
Oh, very clever.
Well done, Jack
I
and
missed
Dad.
that.
Yep.
Well done, Trish. You
Trish, Mount Sinai is basically a hill.
Kilimanjaro.
It's all those Catholic years of education that's embedded in my brain.
Yes.
Well, hopefully you listeners over there got a few as well. Let us know how many you got.
That's
Tips before we round off. Tips. Anyone got any tips?
Just letting people know again, 20th of July, The Bear Series 2 is coming out. I was on SEN this morning and a guy texted through that he was listening to the podcast.
Yep.
And he sat and watched... sat down to watch the first episode of the first series of Bear and watched the whole series in one.
That's what we did once we got into it.
Yep.
That's
Just binged
outstanding.
it.
Wow.
The also, I've got one as well. The Bob Marley biopic trailer released last week, and the actor playing Bob Marley is Kingsley Ben-Adir. So, if you're a very, very good actor, so if you're familiar with his work,
What's he been in?
I'm looking forward because it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
It's supposed to be
It's
very,
called
very
One
good.
Love.
Yep. Yep.
What's he been in, Jack? Kingsley Ben-Adir?
He's been in a few different things I've seen over the years. He's been in a lot of TV shows, but I think this is one of his biggest. I think this will be his biggest movie. I think.
Cool. Trishy?
Yeah, I don't have anything. I've got a couple more suggestions for our listeners. Deros and Dropkicks,
Not bad.
Saints and Assholes,
I like that.
and a lot of love for the Dead Shits.
Yeah.
Still.
well.
I think
Yeah.
the dead. It's a bit of it's your catchprise, Trish. You used to call us dead shits growing up. I
Did
kinda
I?
like it.
Yeah. Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, there's plenty of them out there.
That's
There's
it.
loads, and we're good.
Explains the low self-esteem us males have in the house.
There's six of them in this room. Talking to you, Dave and Gav. And we did have a bit of feedback for Jack as well. A lot of girls out there looking to
Oh yeah,
put a ring on him. Put a ring on that finger, Jack.
a lot of
So-
people
Well, a
have been
ringworm.
on
Yeah. Don't be mistaken for ringworm. But yeah, put a ring on that little wedding finger there, Jack. So
Well, no, I think they just like a date.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't think.
Well, maybe it could be a little bit of a celebrity bachelor sort of thing.
Yeah. After this weekend, I'm kind of feeling all of us have this little fan base. Like Cooper, I think a lot of kids love you, and young adults. Jack, I'm thinking all the ladies love you.
Yep.
Not for his personality.
Matt, I think all the old blokes like you.
All the old women too. So I was going to say,
Yeah,
if you get a
maybe.
date, maybe see if they got a mum, and we'll double date Jack.
Well, that means
Show you a few things.
there's no one left.
I don't know.
For Trish.
I don't know who likes me.
Oh, Trish.
Everyone in here.
I was out the other day getting a haircut. I know. Here we go.
Waste of money. Yeah.
Trigger the smart ass remarks.
Yeah.
That's
A
right.
cut?
I basically just got like a chamois and rubbed it over my head.
Actually, I was there and I kept walking by because it took so long. And all I saw was the guy kept brushing the neck with the fluffy brush. I thought, is he just going there to get like tickled on the
it
neck?
just takes me back, getting a haircut back in the good old days. But these people, nice people, come in and they said, oh, and where's Trish? Is Trish here? She's our favourite on the show. And I was like, oh, really? She's your favourite? Okay, guys, no worries.
Oh, and what demographic would you give them?
They would have been mid-20s.
No, they were dead.
Oh, okay,
dead
that's
shit.
cool.
Nice people,
Hey.
very nice people. They had 3 King Charles Cavaliers.
Oh, very nice people then,
Three of
obviously.
them?
3.
Too many. Too many.
No, it's not. No, it's not for a cavalier. They're such a loving dog.
Too many.
Anyway, loved it.
Fun today,
Good one
guys.
today. Fun one. Everyone's in
footy.
good spirits.
Have a
It's good.
great weekend,
Yeah.
everyone.
See you later. Peace
Happy
out.
birthday, Koopy.
Thanks,
Well done.
everyone.
We
Peace
love
out.
you.
Peace out, dead shits.